Welcome to Author Conversations with Chris Dabbs. In this podcast, broadcast journalist Chris Dabbs sits down with writers to explore the ideas behind their books. Each episode features a thoughtful, long-form conversation with authors from a wide range of fields, from memoirs novelists and historians to scientists and researchers, discussing their work, the research behind their books, and the questions that shaped their writing. In this short trailer, you'll hear a moment from Chris's conversation with Enice Toussaint, author of her non-fiction memoir Tales of a Multifaceted Life, a series of 4 volumes. Supported with her 2 kids, Max Casimir and Natasha Casimir. Follow the podcast to hear the full interview and many more conversations with writers about their books and ideas. Author Conversations with Chris Dabbs is a podcast exploring the ideas behind books. Each episode features a long-form conversation with an author about their work, research, and the questions that shaped their writing. Watch the full video interviews on YouTube and follow the podcast for future conversations on iHeart Radio, hosted by Chris Dabbs, broadcast journalist and podcast consultant.
Yeah, we're doing great.
Fantastic. Okay. So you're all going to be on the recording.
Yeah,
so that's cool.
Because she do speak a little English, but more of, she do speak French. This is the first language, her first language. Okay, so we're gonna translate for her if it's okay for you.
Now, I wondered how you managed to do the two, right? So the French versions and the English versions as well. But now I know.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Okay, great. Hello and welcome to Author Conversations with Chris Dabbs. Today's guest is Enice Toussaint, a Haitian-born author now based in Canada, whose powerful 4-volume memoir series, Tales of a Multifaceted Life, explores identity, resilience, womanhood, faith, motherhood, and survival through deeply personal storytelling. Her books draw on lived experience across continents and cultures, offering an honest reflection on overcoming hardship while holding on to dignity, hope, and personal truth. Now, in this conversation today, we'll talk about the emotional journey behind the memoirs, the realities of revisiting the past, the influence of migration and culture on storytelling, and what she hopes readers around the world will take away from her work. Enice, bonjour, bienvenue, and welcome to the program.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, ça va?
Je suis l'auteur Enice Toussaint. J'ai publié les 4 tomes de mon livre, et Une femme parmi tant d'autres. Alors, c'est ma mémoire.
So she said, she's Enice Toussaint, and she published, 4 series of a Tale of a Multifaceted Life, and this is a memoir.
Absolutely. So I need to ask you, Enice, it's lovely to meet you. Oh, and you guys, you should introduce yourselves as well for the main podcast.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Okay, me is Natasha Casimir. I'm the daughter. Right?
I am Max Casimir. I'm the son, and this is obviously my sister.
Yeah.
My youngest sister. So we're 5 years apart.
Yeah.
Well, that's very nice. And whereabouts in Canada are you guys?
Montreal, Quebec.
So yeah, that's my old town as well. So there.
Yeah, great.
Or city. I grew up in the centre of on Stanley Street or Rue Stanley and Sherbrooke.
That's
where I grew up.
Yeah, West Side.
Yeah, right downtown. A long time ago.
Yeah,
but
we
anyhow,
live in the Osmo area.
Nice. Oh, I love. Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So, dis-moi, s'il vous plaît, what inspired you to finally put your life story into book form, and why did this feel like, well, the right moment to share it all publicly?
Jeune, je possédais un journal intime. Vu que ma vie a été marquée par plusieurs défis, alors je ressentis le besoin de partager mon vécu pour inspirer d'autres personnes. Et aussi, je voulais laisser un message à mes petits-enfants.
So she said she wanted to leave a memoir so people can read and be inspired from our own story. At the same time, she wanted to leave a legacy for kids and grandkids.
Yeah, that's important, isn't it? To pass
Yeah.
on the family history. Yeah, exactly. So that's that's the issue. I understand. Okay, so what sort of message or emotional takeaway do you guys all mostly hope that readers can carry with them after finishing all of the books in the series? And feel free to give a long answer. It's not a problem.
No, it's not a problem. You can go around the questions for sure.
Yeah. So really, what was the thing? Yeah. What message or emotional sort of
Okay.
message do you hope that readers will carry away with them after finishing the series?
Je veux que les lecteurs comprennent qu'ils ont toujours la force et de se relever et de redéfinir leur vie.
What she's saying basically is that she wants the readers that read the book to understand and find the strength within what she's saying about her story and inspire people to never give up and always think positively, even though things sometimes are really hard. Sometimes it seems like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, but with the strength that she's trying to convey that message, that with the strength, the inner strength, that you could conquer almost anything if you want.
Yeah, great message, right? And put that through into your life and things. Oh, I get it. So, I mean, it must have been quite emotionally difficult to look back and write about painful or deeply personal parts of your past while you were writing these memoirs, Enice. How did you deal with that sort of memory?
Oh oui, c'était très émouvant pour moi, mais l'écriture m'a permis de guérir et de transformer mes épreuves en force.
So what she wanted to say, it was really difficult for her, but the strength she got to bring all her story together give her more strength, and to be able to write and become the woman she's now, the last 20 years after writing our story, and to be with us is till at her age 81 years old is a blessing.
Absolutely. 81, well, you don't look it, do you? Honestly, sitting there like that. You look like the Queen, I have to say. So it's fantastic. So you've lived really, really. Okay, so you've lived across different countries and cultures. I mean, how have those global experiences, right, shaped your identity, who you are, and I guess the voice that you're writing with? Because it's, there's a lot to take in, isn't it?
Ces expériences internationales m'ont permis l'adaptation, la résilience et ont enrichi ma vision du monde.
What she basically saying, all her life experience throughout what she wrote about her life shaped her to become someone who's very resilient when it comes to changes. She went through different places like New York. She was in Haiti. She went to New York. She went back to Haiti, came to Canada. So the experience of the different cultures, the different languages, brought her a lot. And so that's what helps her also with the book when it comes to reading and finding the inspiration with all the different experience when it comes to cultures differences and language differences, and also weight of thoughts, like thoughts from different cultures.
That's perfect. And of course, being in Quebec is a great place to be, for French speakers, right? For French.
Quebec is multicultural. So, yeah.
And the mentality also changes.
Yeah, the mentality.
Yeah, no, exactly. Okay, so let's have a think about the readers, okay, who find the books. So for someone who discovers your work for the very first time, I mean, why should they actually pick up the book or buy the book or open their Kindle, whatever, and read Tales of a Multifaceted Life? And I take it they can buy the books online at Amazon and all that sort of stuff?
Les 4 tomes de ma mémoire, est une histoire vraie, inspirante, qui peut toucher beaucoup de gens. Les livres sont disponibles sur Amazon, plusieurs librairies et sur le site web Enice Publishing. Je veux remercier à l'avance les gens qui vont procurer ma mémoire.
So
Merci, thank you. Merci.
So you want to confirm, where you can get the books, but at first, she's really want to make sure to people to understand the book is a real story and really honest, and the struggle of the way she been struggling all those years and what she learned from it give her a lot of strength, and she went from that. She understands now she's a new woman, and she's going through her better life with her kids and the love of the people around her. So now we can find the books in Amazon and all the bookstores worldwide, as well on our own website, NS Publishing. And for sure, she wanna thanks everyone who's gonna get the books, and hopefully it's gonna make a big change and a good memory in their thought.
And even if it doesn't make a change to their life, it could inspire them to become better people, And what I think it's like we were saying, it's a very authentic story. It's not made up. Little things change, like names and things like that, but basically it is a life story. It's a very touching one, inspiring one, a funny one. There's all kinds of different situations in that book.
And something I want to, really say to people, you're going to have the opportunity to leave, because she really described all the countries she's been through. So that is really like you really travel through Haiti. She really explained how the people live, the area and the culture, and the same for Canada, the same for New York. So you're really traveling through the book, because she gives so much details, not just her own story, but how the beauty of the people, the culture, the food, all the little details make really all together make the book really unique
and interesting.
The story is really unique and interesting.
People wanted to know more, not just about her, but about the culture, about where she's been.
The details is incredible. I mean, me, because I was correcting the book, reviewing the book multiple times, because the book, by the way, is in the audio, and I'm really impressed the way she really add the book, all the details. It's like you just want to go through the four books till the end. And she wanted to show you guys the books. So this is the number one here. Okay. And she has the number 2.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I can see what's happening.
Okay. She has the number 3. And we have the number 4, where you see all the face.
It all comes together. It's like a massive
for sure available in French and English, and really quick, really soon in Spanish.
Wow. Okay, Spanish as well. So that's pretty cool. Excellent. So this is the thing. I mean, how come there are 4 volumes then? I mean, is it just that it was such a great story that Enice had to continue writing it, or was it just because each volume describes a different life, if you like, in a different country?
Because from where she started her life, she was an orphanage. So in Haiti, in the way, the breakdown of her life to bring herself to, North America is really interesting. Because at the same time she explained the story of Haiti, the time, where a lot of immigrants from Haiti needed to leave the country because of a lot of challenges going on in Haiti in the 60s and 70s. So she gave a lot of details. So it's like at the same time you're going through the Haiti story, and you're going through at the same time, United States story, because she talked about the music, how all the styles and a lot of things. So you're going through all the 60s, 70s to the 80s to the 90s and the thousands. So that is really great. And at the same time, a relationship with how she got the first husband with my brother, and the second husband is me. She got me. And those things are really interesting. This part, the way she got those two men, need to be read. Like, it's incredible. And I'm sure a lot of people gonna say, wow, that is really the secret of the book.
Even I'm surprised.
Yeah,
What
we
have
are
you been up to,
surprised.
Enice?
She shared that with us is like, I'm sure a lot of women don't, maybe not ashamed, but really are shy to share those type of things with with their kids.
Sure.
And she yeah, for sure, she's now writing another book about her sister who passed away 7 years ago, which is
You
a
can't
wonderful
stop.
woman.
Oh,
And we
well,
read
this is
about her
great.
in the books. And the reason why there's four different parts, it's like four different lives, because it's from the time she was in 80, she went to New York. Then let's say this is one volume or one part one, and then from 80 to Montreal, and then Montreal, then what happens first husband, then second husband, then it is. That's why there's four different parts. Like, to go back to your question,
And at the same time, she always comes back to the present, which is the energy she has with her kids and her grandkids. She think and she go back to the past and the reflection. So it's really interesting to feel all this our life of today and our life of the past at the same time. That, yeah, it's really interesting to read.
It's fantastic. It sounds really great. I mean, so I think that's what we're talking about with multifaceted life, then, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
Yeah. Wow, that's incredible. Okay, so I mean, if you could ask Enice, when she was writing the book, did her own understanding of herself change as she was writing it? So did she realize that maybe some things happened because of something that she hadn't realized that she knew about? I mean, I know that I get that as I grow up now. I think back to my childhood and I think, oh yeah, hang on a second, I now understand that. Whereas back then I was a kid and didn't get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, qu'est-ce qu'il veut dire, c'est que en écrivant ton livre, comment tu te ressentais à...
Tu as eu des changements qui t'ont fait changer de ta perception sur ta vie.
Oui, il y a beaucoup de choses en retournant sur mon passé, je suis en train de vous parler, je sens beaucoup de... Et oui, je me sens très émue parce que c'était très difficile pour moi de retourner sur ce passé, parce que surtout les va-et-vient, la façon que mes deux ex-maris ont vécu avec moi. Pourtant, je suis une personne très, je suis pas élevée avec la famille. Alors, je savais pas comment vivre avec un homme. Je suis élevée après la mort de ma mère, je suis élevée par des religieuses, chez les religieuses. Alors, j'ai beaucoup souffert. Alors maintenant, après avoir écrit ce livre, je sens que je suis délivrée de beaucoup de choses. Je peux faire beaucoup de choses. Et c'est moi la première fois qui a décidé d'écrire le livre. J'ai pris la décision d'aller suivre un cours d'éditeur pour pouvoir publier ce livre-là.
Yeah, she did publish it in 2001, the first volume. 2002, the first volume being published. 2025, we decided to publish the three other books, to finish all the story.
So what basically she's saying is that writing the book was really hard for her. It brought her back to memories that she never wanted to go revisit, but it helped her to become stronger. And also by seeing how people responded to what she wrote, it helped her to give her even more strength to write more about it, the strength to go through again. Because this, every time she does that, it's like it's a lot of emotion. So every time.
Et puis, il y a une autre chose. Malgré que tout ce que j'ai vécu depuis mon enfance, avec toutes tes sœurs, avec d'autres familles, et puis avec mes j'ai tout pardonné. J'ai pardonné tous ces gens-là. Normalement, je les pardonne. À l'intérieur de moi, c'est resté, mais c'est mieux pour moi que je pardonne au lieu de rester avec tout ça. De ce temps-là, ça me faisait trop souffrir. C'est pour ça que je leur ai pardonné.
So what you want to say, for sure, she had it to go through back to the story with the two husbands she has, where she really, really suffered. And but she learned from it because she's been raised by none, and she didn't know really how to behave with men. So for sure she didn't, she was not maybe lucky to have, men who really respect women. So she suffered a lot from that. But now she said she forgive them so she can be in peace and move on with the this type of story. But when she was writing it was really, really hard because you have to go back in the past. But she make us feel, when she was writing it, she was not herself.
Et puis, et puis en même temps, je le fais aussi pour que le premier livre, tu devrais dire, le premier livre que les gens m'ont écrit pour me dire que j'ai écrit pour leur vie. Femme.
Yeah, the first books, when it come out in 2002, a lot of people write it back to her and sent email, said, it's like you wrote a life. And a lot of people,
merci.
And they give her a lot of thanks and blessing because they decide to take the life in another way to find more strength through, the reading of the first book. So for sure, if you read all the series, yeah, I do think it's like you going through all the story is better than take a Tylenol or go to a psychiatrist.
Exactly.
For some people.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. It's understanding,
Yeah. Yeah, and have good time too. Really good time too. Yeah. In the
exactly.
books.
I mean,
that's what she's saying.
Exactly. This is the thing, isn't it? I think it's about healing, isn't it?
Exactly, about healing.
Yeah, and as you say, forgiveness. And I'm sure that when we forgive things, we always feel a bit better about it ourselves as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how come she looks like a queen there.
Yeah, parce que t'as pardonné.
Oui, ça se peut. Je me sens mieux.
Yeah, she feels really in peace. She's in peace. My father, there are two alive, but we're in peace with him. My father take over my brother. If we have to talk with him, we're okay. Today, all the family, we in peace. Like he knows his grandkids. We don't since whatever, we always let him see his grandkids. We respect him the way he is, because he's still alive. He redone his life. We respect him. Peace is part of our life, and this is why we are really a tight family. We love each other. We respect each other, and this is what we want to share through my mom's story.
See, that's really good because, family, come on, they're brilliant. Okay. So, I mean, as usual, whenever I'm interviewing people like this for a podcast, we always end up running out of time. We haven't completely run out of time, but one of my last questions is, and I think this is important as well, because if you think about the family and the experiences of your family, I mean, how important was it for your mother to represent the experiences of Haitian women and immigrants, right, through her storytelling? Because let's face it, as you said, in the 60s and 70s, Haiti was going through some pretty tough times, right?
Yeah, it's true. So, il a dit que pour toi, pour l'expérience que tu as pour, par rapport à étant une femme haïtienne, donc, je veux dire, de rentrer en Amérique et aux États-Unis, en Amérique en général, est-ce que c'était difficile? Des fois, tu dis que tu trouves un travail, faut que tu trouves un
Oh,
travail,
c'était
tout
très
ça.
difficile, surtout aux États-Unis. Surtout quand je suis arrivée à New York, j'étais jeune. J'étais pas habituée encore à les métros, de voyager comme ça. J'avais toujours peur. J'avais toujours peur de voyager.
Ici, tu
Mais depuis que je suis rentrée à Montréal, au Canada, je me sentais en sécurité. Quand j'ai descendu l'avion, c'est comme si je me sentais en paix. Parce que à New York, j'ai aimé New York. J'ai aimé New York, mais je ne vivrai pas là-bas.
Basically, what she's saying is that as an Asian woman coming from a small country like Haiti, going to the Big Apple, like it was intimidating for her, and it was hard because of that reason. It was big, it wasn't easy, and the language barrier also made it a little bit harder than if she came to a French place. So she went from Haiti to New York, so she find it was really hard as an Asian woman, especially, well, black. Sometimes it's not as easy for different reasons, for work and things like that. So you have to work harder. And the language barrier also was a little bit of a struggle for her. And then she felt at peace when she came to Montreal. It was more of a smaller country, like a smaller city. And people, obviously, the French was, she felt at home because of it. And she had her sister, she had her brother. Like she also had a brother in New York, but it was not the same experience. It was not the same experience with them. But when she came to Montreal, she felt at peace. So it's been like 60 years since she's in Montreal. So about 60.
So what year was that what year did she go to Montreal? It was 67 or something then, wasn't it?
Pardon?
Yeah, for the expo.
We didn't hear what you said.
Sorry, what year did Enice go to Montreal?
Okay, she came in 71. Yeah, she came from New York. She came here in April 71. Yeah, she been in New York in 70s. She had 2 years over there, and she came here, because our sister and our first brother and her first sister, they were already here in Montreal. But the family she has in United States, the brother was way more older. She didn't have a connection really with them.
Yeah.
Then our family was already here in Montreal. So that, for sure, that helps, to be with the people you know better. So this is why, but she enjoyed to go to New York. By the way, we're going there after the meeting. This is where we're going for Mother's Days.
Oh, nice. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Has Enice been back to New York since she lived there? Or is this the first time?
No, she's been many
times, almost every other years. Because we have a lot of family, so this is like a second house for us.
In the 80s, we'd go every
Miami too.
Yeah, in the 80s, we used to go like twice a year, sometimes 3 times a year to New York. And then Philadelphia, and then now more recently Miami, because she has family there and friends also in Miami. So
New York, United States is part of a life forever. We have a lot of friends and siblings over there. So
great. Well, it can get you away from the Quebec winters then in that case. So that's snowbird, right?
No, Quebec. We love Quebec. Quebec is our place. I'm born in Canada. My brother born in Haiti is older. So you've seen that, all the story in the book.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so my final question, as we really are running out of time here. This is what I want to hear your wisdom. Okay, Enice, what would you say to someone who's lived through lots of hardship themselves, okay, like you, and they want to tell their story, but they're kind of afraid to do it. What advice would you give them in order to do that?
Idée que tu dirais à quelqu'un qui veut écrire sa vie, mais qui a peur d'écrire sa vie parce qu'il a peur des représailles et tout ça. Qu'est-ce que tu dirais?
Disons, pour moi, c'était au début, je pensais que je me suis dit, mon Dieu, je ne peux pas écrire pour tout ça parce que les gens vont me critiquer. Mais j'ai prié beaucoup dessus et puis tout d'un coup, j'ai commencé à écrire. J'ai commencé à écrire, mais j'ai parlé j'ai lu une partie de mon premier livre à mon fils. Et puis il a dit, maman, pourquoi tu publies pas, tu t'écris pas ta vie et puis tu publies. Et puis Natacha m'a encouragé aussi. Alors, il faut avoir beaucoup d'encouragement, il faut être assez fort pour pouvoir écrire et puis accepter les critiques. C'est important d'accepter les critiques. Si on n'accepte pas les critiques, on va arrêter, on va pas continuer. Si en écrivant le premier livre, j'ai jamais dit ça aux enfants, j'ai eu des critiques, mais je laissais tomber. Je n'ai pas laissé tomber, j'ai continué. Je devrais faire ce que je devrais faire et puis je l'ai fait. J'ai eu beaucoup de problèmes. Pour écrire ce livre-là, j'étais obligée de prendre un psychologue.
So what she wanted to say is, to write a book, it was really hard for her. So for sure, she needed to isolate herself, go to the non places because she's used to non, so she knows how it works. So she really take the time to go away of the family to make sure she can write the books, and even go take being counseling with that psychiatrist so she can really understand why, and psychologist, so she can open up. Because I remember one part of the book, she explained all the time she used to go to the psychologist, she had she couldn't talk. It took her maybe 5 or 6 times before she opened up to the psychiatrist, because some part of her life she didn't want it to go through it and bring it back to her memory. So is one of the reasons she said to people. At the same time, you're gonna have a lot of criticize people. A lot of people gonna criticize our work, like the books. But she said she didn't take care of that. She said she just focus and do what she has to do. And for sure, the help of the psychiatrist, and go away, isolate herself, pray, because my mom, she's Christian Catholic, so she pray a lot, and that all those things did help her to achieve all the books and heal herself and be more stronger for herself.
And that's what works for her. And for someone else who wants to find the strength, they could find the strength with maybe a friend, maybe approach someone and say, what do you think if I would do this? And maybe, get some advice. So for her, the very important part that really helped her is the prayers and all that. But for someone else, it could be something else. But that's what
need to do something is going to relax yourself, because you're going through back to your past, and some past is really really hard. It's like nightmare to herself. I remember sometimes she was writing and she calling me because she was at the nun place, and she said, "Oh God, I couldn't sleep." She had, she's sweating. She had to go walk and come back. It's not easy to go back to a dark place of your past, and you need to do the work to make it happen. Because, and it's one of the reasons that when you take the courage to write your life, whatever life you have, people have to understand, some people in the world you're going to save, you're going to help.
Yeah.
Hence,
No, exactly.
a lot of people gonna recognize themselves.
Yeah, a lot of people gonna
More than we
recognize
think.
men like women, because we have some men who did read the book and they said, you know what? Okay, I didn't know I was a certain way with my wife. You know, yeah, this is like a mirror, and people think. I do think some people, whatever men or women, think what the way they behave with their partner, they don't know is wrong.
They don't see it.
They don't see it till they read it.
Yeah, that's true. I see what you mean. Then it's a mirror, and you go,
Exactly.
and you're shocked. Right. I do that. Oh no, I can't believe it. Right. No.
The book.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
So the book becomes like a wide angle of your life, a wider angle, a bird's eye view of your life or the life of others.
Absolutely. Well, do you know what? Honestly, it's been great talking with you guys so far. I mean, such a wise family is all I can say, and it's, you know. So many thanks to Enice Toussaint for joining us today. Tales of a Multifaceted Life is available now in both English and French editions across all 4 volumes. And you can find the books through Amazon and major online retailers, and an audio version as well, right? So if you've enjoyed this conversation, dear listener, then please subscribe, leave a review, and share the episode. Get involved in the conversation down below. And I'm sure Enice and Enice's family will love to get involved with you as well. So you've been listening to Author Conversations with Chris Dabbs. Enice Toussaint, merci pour ton parler avec moi.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and listening, and I'll see you next time. Thanks very much. There you are. Is that all good for you guys?
Yeah, it was cool. You like it?
I like it. Oh.
She was stressed all week. I said, Mom, it's going to be okay.
No, I understand. It can be stressful. I do understand, yeah. Well, don't worry, Enice. Tu es un très jolie grand-mère, je pense.
Merci.
Oh, yeah. And she's a good, lovely grand-mère.
Mère. Oui, mère. Okay. Well, then, you guys, I'm very jealous of you being in my
It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure. Take care,
and
bye.
I'll see you again. Hello.